right now on 5 on your side at 10.
We start tonight in a weather alert. Rain is moving in overnight, and some places that rain could turn to some snow. Good evening, I'm Mike Bush. Meteorologist Gary Frank is timing the rain and possible changeover to snow in our Weather First forecast.
Yeah, good evening. For the most part, we're just going to see rain overnight, but there is the possibility that we could see enough heavy snow in a small amount of areas, especially on the Metro East side, that it may cause some issues. And because it times out during the morning commute, I want to prepare you for that, even though I know it's kind of late after the football game. Quiet right now, but I want to show you what's going on here. And it's specifically this area where you're starting to see that in Columbia. Watch how this is a pretty good line of rain. And it's when that interacts with some of that colder air, which you'll see north of Kirksville, right? It's already turning to snow there. But as that gets closer to that colder air, that's where we may see some of that start to settle in. Right now, temperatures at 34 in Kirksville, and all of them are above freezing, even as we go into the overnight hours. But as that little pocket of moisture gets close, 35 in Chesterfield, 36 in Litchfield. That's what we're going to watch out for specifically, and that's why it's an alert day from 4 a.m. to 8 a.m. We got rain moving in overnight. This thin band of snow may overcome that warm surface, and this is where the snowfall rates kind of cool down the ground. It accumulates. You drive on it. We've got a lot of people there, but for the most part, this is mainly rain. We got isolated issues on the way. So as we see that rain settle in, 36 degrees tonight, mostly above freezing, but we'll go into that a little bit more and also talk about what's in store for us the rest of the week.
We're following a developing story out of O'Fallon, Missouri. One man is dead after police say he fired shots outside City Hall. 5 on your side's Annie Krall is back from O'Fallon, where she talked with police. Annie.
Well, exactly, Mike. Investigators will not say if the man died from police gunfire or of a self-inflicted wound. We do know that police responded to reports of a man firing shots at the clock tower outside City Hall before pursuing him to a nearby neighborhood. On a Sunday in the middle of O'Fallon, police recognized the potentially dangerous situation, which could have been much worse.
Report was that a subject was shooting at the clock tower. A vehicle description was given out. Our officers located that vehicle, initiated a pursuit when it failed to yield. Pursuit continued into county venue here at Spring Court, where an officer-involved shooting occurred.
On Sunday, this is where the police pursuit ended. Spring Court in the subdivision of Royal Oaks. These houses with Christmas lights up are just off Highway P.
It is a quiet area, but obviously you always have to be aware.
Especially considering you can still see the bullet holes hours later in the face of the clock tower at City Hall. Due to the active investigation, police have yet to confirm what time this all happened on Sunday and whether the suspect shot at the O'Fallon police officers who pursued him. However, no officers were injured. The St. Charles County Critical Incident Team has been activated and will be taking the investigation from here, though the O'Fallon officers were the ones initially involved. Police say there is no longer a threat to the community.
Certainly an unusual situation. Obviously our primary concern is our citizens' safety, and we're continuing the investigation, and hopefully we'll have this wrapped up soon.
Now, as this is an active investigation led by the St. Charles County, police are still trying to figure out why the man was firing shots at the clock tower and why he drove to that subdivision in particular. Mike?
Annie, thanks. Also developing tonight, another death has been reported at the City Justice Center in downtown St. Louis. A jail officer found the inmate unconscious in his cell around 6 this morning. He was taken to a hospital where he was pronounced dead. Officials are calling it an apparent suicide. It's the 4th death in 4 months at the CJC and the 14th since 2020. It comes just days after Reverend Darrell Gray, who chairs a community oversight board, toured the jail and left with more questions.
750 detainees are there, then 750 families. That's hundreds of people, thousands of people. 750 families deserve to know, as Alderman Rasheen Aldridge said, that the CJC is not a death chamber. And that's all we want. We want transparency.
Medical provider for the jail took over on Friday. The mayor's office says it's working to provide more mental health care at the CJC. Right now, homicide detectives are investigating a deadly shooting on Interstate 55 just south of downtown. Officers found a man shot inside a silver Toyota in the southbound lanes near 7th Street. Police have not yet released the man's identity or details on what led to this shooting. Tonight, St. Louis police are looking for the thieves who stole from firefighters. Cars were ransacked early this morning outside a firehouse near Donovan and Chippewa in South City. Those cars belonged to 3 firefighters who were out responding to an emergency. According to the fire department, this is the 4th time in 4 months thieves have stolen from firefighters' cars. Well, the Mizzou Tigers and their fans are celebrating tonight after a season of exceeding expectations. They're going bowling, and it's a big bowl game. Sports director Frank Cusimano joins us now with more on that. Frank?
Mike, if you would have asked the Mizzou brass when they woke up this morning, who would be the most high-profile program you could play in a bowl game? And where would be the most high-profile location? You would get the team and the spot the Tigers are headed. On December 29th in Arlington, Texas, in Jerry Jones Stadium, Mizzou will face Ohio State in the Cotton Bowl. How does it get better? The answer, it doesn't. The quarterback says this is a reward to the loyal seniors.
This is everything. This is why they come back. This is why they stayed for one more year. And it paid off. You know, all those seniors that came back, you know, made the decision, hey, you know, let's give this thing one more chance. That's not how we want to go out with our career at Mizzou. You know, it's paying off, and we got one more opportunity at it.
There are reports tonight that 90% of the Mizzou ticket allotment for the Cotton Bowl has already been sold. And reports are the Buckeyes could have quite a few players opt out of this bowl game. Stay tuned.
Thanks. Well, just hours from now, Metrolink will roll out some big changes to its operations. Starting tomorrow, 2-car trains will operate on the red and blue lines on weekdays. Then, after 8 p.m. and weekends, riders will only be allowed to board the front train car. The goal is to reduce crime in the back cars. The changes come after complaints from Metro's single-car pilot program.
It's back to business as usual. You know, when you're riding during rush hour and we need that extra space, it'll be there. So you don't have to worry about not being able to get on. So I think it will free our customers up to enjoy our services as they did in the past.
Metro will open the back cars on evenings and weekends when there are more riders due to large events. After a 7-year hiatus, Nellie's Black and White Ball is back. Proceeds this year are going to the Make-A-Wish Foundation and to scholarships for Harris-Stowe State University. 5 on Your Side's Laura Barczewski talked with the man of the hour about changing lives of St. Louis families.
It's a star-studded party with a purpose. Nellie's 11th Black and White Ball took over the Four Seasons Hotel for a good cause.
Make-A-Wish is the best. We all have our personal foundations, but when you think about Make-A-Wish in theory, what could be better? You know, and they've done such phenomenal work for who knows how many years. And they've always welcomed Nellie, and we've always worked well together.
After several years off, the Black and White Ball is back, and tonight they're not granting 1, but 2 wishes through the Make-A-Wish Foundation. Most people think that a wish isn't necessary. A wish is absolutely necessary. It helps build the not only physical strength of the family, but the mental strength as well, and it gives them something to look forward to.
The Warner family has been granted 3 wishes for 3 of their kids who all have sickle cell disease. One wish was Disney World.
I got to see a lot of Disney characters.
Mom Kamara Warner says each diagnosis was a big strain on their family.
It's pretty difficult. I've seen them miss a lot of things. Not being able to participate sometimes, just having some restrictions, but each of their wishes, there was definitely no restrictions there.
But each wish is full of love so that families can get through the toughest times.
It's all about hope, and it's about hope for our children, and the support that Nellie gives to our organization is profound. We can't do it alone, so it takes a community, and it really does provide that hope, strength, and joy.
Nellie says he's watched the foundation change lives.
Small thing for us, big thing to the kids. And anytime you have that type of scenario, you got to go with it.
Reporting in St. Louis, Laura Barczewski, 5 on Your Side.
And Make-A-Wish is granting its 10,000th wish this year, and there are roughly 600 children waiting for a wish each year. You can donate to make it happen for local families on our website, ksdk.com. He was a boy with no name.
He walked around for 5 years, basically as a ghost.
The tragic start to his life that turned into a bureaucratic nightmare, and the persistence of his grandma that finally cut through the red tape. Oh, Christmas tree! The lack of supply and sticker shock you may encounter at the tree lot.
Average temperatures this time of the year run in the upper 40s, but our departure from average starting Thursday is going to be way above that. How long we can hold on to this warmth before a major change heading into next weekend.
And be sure to be with us tonight for Sports Plus. Benji Molina, who won 2 Gold Gloves and is now a Cardinal analyst, will break down the Cardinal pitching moves for us. Plus the story of Mark Arneson, who was a very good linebacker for the Cardinals in the decade of the 1970s, but the collisions caused CTE and turned a loving man into a violent man.
He put his hand over my mouth and my nose and was leaning on me with his full weight, where we actually had to call the police.
Plus everything you need to know about Mizzou and the Cotton Bowl. See you in 20 minutes for Sports Plus.